Design is not really about ideas. It's about knowing how to sell your idea. That's the first misconception I talk about in the book, is the misconception or the myth that design is about perfection. When design is really not about perfection, it's very much about failure. And even though we don't talk openly about failure, failure is really important for us to grow and learn from those mistakes and actually create a better solution. I talk about another one, which is this idea that design is about ideas. It's about having a great idea. And if you have a great idea, that's it. That's all you need, is to be this genius, just grandiose, innovative idea that you might have. You might have the best, grandest, most revolutionary idea ever. But if you don't know how to sell it, if you don't know how to package it accordingly and persuade and influence the right people, your idea is worth nothing. And another third misconception that I talk a little bit in the book is this idea, and this stems from us studying great designers as great artists, right? Individual names like Alvar Aalto and Mies van der Rohe and all of those big names from the past. And big designers as big artists. Design is not like that anymore. Design is really all about collaboration. It's about working in teams and reaching the best solution, not individually in your own mind, in solitude, but actually working in collaboration with other people. One of them is design the long journey. What does that mean, designing the long journey? It's really about looking at users as simple, transient users of a given product. Humans are just a blip in the long life cycle of whatever we create, either a physical product or a digital product. So when we think about user-centered design, for me, in my opinion, user-centered design is a thing of the past. We cannot really focus only on the user because, again, the human only uses this object, this product, this design for a bleep of time. We have to think about Earth-centered design. We have to really elongate the life journey. That's a really critical challenge that I think design is really facing these days. And we've all heard, big buzzwords like AI and big data and measurement and metrics. And design is really caught up in this myth that, as with many other practices, it can be measured, right? It can be very well contained for profit. It can be a measurement tool for profit. And design is much more than that. And this is where the fallacy of misplaced concreteness came about. It's one of my favorite human bias. It's called, again, the fallacy of misplaced concreteness. It's basically when you try to measure something that it cannot be measured, okay? And design really cannot be measured to that degree. And we should not fall into that mental trap. It's a mental trap that many people want us to fall into. But design is bigger than that, because designers are ultimately mirrors of society, right? We cannot just follow the orders. We are generalists. We are pluralists. We are trying to understand everything that is around us, both outside of the human and inside of the human as well. We cannot truly have rationality, make a decision without emotion. Emotion is actually what drives rationality. It's the canvas that gives us all the right ingredients for making a given decision. So this is, in many ways, a myth that I would like to be deconstructed, and certainly not overly attached to design, because design is not an instrument for profit.